This is the Asus ROG G700, a premium full-size gaming desktop engineered completely in-house by Asus. And this is me in my house re-engineering this desktop because it felt like the right thing to do. Welcome back to ManicMods, YouTube's home of misfit modifications mayhem. My name is Jeff. Did I do that right? I gotta get my name out more. Today, I'll share my extensive case retrofit I've dubbed the Mini ROG G700. I'll share why I did it, provide an overview of how I did it, then, just maybe, I'm going to make you want to do it for one reason or another. Alright, we've got a lot to cover today, so ask your question.
Bro, what?
Just build a computer to I don't get it.
Stupid, your face is stupid.
There are two legitimate reasons you might go from buying and building your computers for 20 years to buying and building retail. Number one, you could save a lot of money. This is my research to build a comparable desktop with the same CPU and GPU. This list does not include Wi-Fi, case fans, or lighting, but it still costs more than the G700 that has it all. This represents the new normal. PC manufacturers subsidize the price hikes caused by SSD and GPU shortages and AI.
Sorry,
You're part of the problem, Google! But you don't have to pay retail. I got my G700 barely used for only $1,900 on eBay. The case damage and shipping did help that deal. Don't pack in peanuts, people. All right, second reason you might buy and modify retail. You just saved a bunch of money and can build bigger. I did this literally to my HP Omen after savings. A large cooler and side intake resolved its overheating issue, and it was only superseded by this Asus. So what did the Asus need? The included SSD with it is poor, but other than that, it's got everything and then some. Space. It's got everything and then a lot of space. It's great for my cat, but it's terrible for airflow. We're not just shrinking this PC today, we're fixing it. And to be completely honest, it really didn't fit under my desk anyway. We good here? All right, let's get on with it. To prove to you that I'm building a smaller, meaner G700, I started with a proper weigh-in. This number won't be hard to beat. The G700 weighs a staggering 35 pounds. You can find the full build on my channel. This is the highlight reel. If you like what I did, please like this video. Alright, no surprises with the disassembly. We pulled the GPU without hesitation. Learn a thing or two about the Asus RGB fan controller. I'll give you some tips on removing some of the more expensive components. Don't fuck it up. We'll pull the first Asus plaque, and I'll give you the down and dirty on the second one. You know, I wasn't planning on touching that plaque. I really wasn't, because I knew the moment I did, it would become a ManicMod, and I don't always have the time to produce them. So thank you, Asus, for enabling me. You'll find that out later. Now we're gonna flip the script, build back smaller, meaner, and cooler. Let me know what you think so far about the build below. There's also a like button I invite you to tickle. All right, let's get it. This V-True case is the G700's compact upgrade. It has the same input headers on the top, better AIO airflow given the Asus 360mm configuration. We've got the same front intake configuration, very similar footprint without the bloat. I'll keep this short. I kicked off the build by removing V-True's exhaust to keep the cooling system the same. The motherboard and AIO were installed together. This both simplified things and further retained the cooling system for testing purposes. Try all your might, but the GPU will not fit with the Asus bracket. Thankfully, a GPU brace fills in nicely here. We have two cables left. You can't build a Mini ROG without them. The first is for our front plaque, which installed without a hitch. And guess what? We've got one more cable left. You want to know what it is? Well, earlier in the build, I thought.
So maybe I could salvage this in some way. Bro.
Yeah, maybe won't cut it anymore. That controller requires the PSU plaque on J1 for the remaining LEDs to function at all. You can choose to keep it simple and salvage only this emitter. If you've been here before though, you should know I get my kicks from cramming hardware into tight places, so I'm gonna make it fit. No regrets, it assembled in even less time and is a real conversation starter.
These are the ways that gamers tense at the intersection of virtual. Who's gonna notice?
Finally, the last connection. The final plaque is plugged into J1. It's too late to fuck this up. Let's clean it and ship it. You've gotta be fucking kidding me. Fix that right now. Yeah, finally, after adjusting my GPU bracket, the final piece was adhered with VHB. We're done. And at this point, I had to admit,
It even looks better than the original.
I mean, I don't know. It's a bit subjective. Bro, that looks better than the original. It's denser. Not only does this form look better, it represents a 35% reduction in weight and size with zero sacrifice. That means no problem for your SSD. It'll fit in more places. And since the original airflow was so mismanaged, we are about to see a significant drop in our CPU temp. 3D Mark Speedway put the original ROG at a respectable 60-degree average. Asus take note, with less empty space and more direct airflow, the Mini ROG averages 15 degrees cooler. If you have this PC and you want to give it a little treat, I've got a pro tip for you. Add tape here if you've got the original cooler so most of your fresh air doesn't immediately escape. And hey, it would seem to me you enjoy seeing full-size hardware stuffed into tight cabinets, so I've got one for you. My Podjam TV retrofit fit will delight. Hit this video a link to learn more, and if you like the production, please like the production. I'll leave my coffee and store links there below if you'd like to support my journey further. I do appreciate you all here. That's it today. Hope to see you in the next build. My name is Jeff.